how's the talks with Prime Minister Modi
Great,
going on
he's
a
great.
trade deal? And when do
Going good. He largely stopped buying oil from Russia.
US President Donald Trump has hinted at a possible visit to India next year, saying his talks with Prime Minister Narendra Modi are going great, and that India has reduced its trade with Russia. The comment comes as India's energy dynamics shift sharply, with Russian oil exports plunging following fresh US sanctions on Moscow's oil giants Rosneft and Lukoil. As refiners grow cautious, experts say New Delhi may now look toward Latin America, the Middle East, and West Africa to meet its crude demand.
Say it.
How's the talks with Prime Minister Modi
Great,
going on
he's
a
great.
trade deal? And when do
Going good. He largely stopped buying oil from Russia.
When do you plan
And
to
he's a
announce-
friend of mine, and we speak, and he wants me to go there, and we'll figure that out. I'll go. I had a great trip there with Prime Minister Modi. He's a great man, and I'll be going. Yeah.
Novo Nordisk is in the middle of a
You're planning to go to
10.
India
When
next
do you
year?
go ahead, please?
You're planning to go to India next year, sir?
It could be, yeah.
According to a report by the Indian Express, after the United States imposed sanctions on Russian oil giants Rosneft and Lukoil on October 22, India's imports of Russian crude have seen a sharp decline. According to provisional tanker data, Russian oil exports to India averaged 1.19 million barrels per day in the week ending October 27, a steep fall from 1.95 million barrels per day in the preceding 2 weeks. The slump is primarily driven by lower shipments from Rosneft and Lukoil, two companies that together account for over half of Russia's oil production and more than two-thirds of India's Russian oil imports. In just 1 week, Rosneft's exports to India dropped from 1.41 million barrels per day to 0.81 million, while Lukoil recorded no dispatches at all during the same period. Industry experts say refiners appear cautious ahead of the US sanctions taking full effect on November 21, as Washington's latest measures require all dealings with these firms to be wound down by that date. However, oil deliveries to India are expected to remain steady through October and early November, since most of that oil was contracted before the sanctions were announced. Going forward, Indian refiners are likely to diversify their sourcing, shifting more toward Latin America, the Middle East, and West Africa, as they weigh the impact of the sanctions on long-term energy security. For more such stories, keep watching the Indian Express.